Hello everyone! Welcome back. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is March 17th. I have on my green. This is actually a race shirt from a couple years ago from the Shamrock and Shuffle in Toledo, Ohio. I loved it when we got these shirts. I think we got them 2 or 3 years in a row. And then they went to a regular long sleeve shirt. But I love these, like raglan 3/4 sleeve shirts. So this is episode 44. I remembered to look this time. If I'm wrong, then my brain is gone. It's St. Patrick's Day. One of those holidays where everyone wears green so they don't get pinched and probably enjoys a few beverages. I, however, will not be partaking in public consumption. I am not yet vaccinated. I have had COVID, but nobody wants to be a super spreader, right? So my kids are going to be at swim anyway with my husband. And then we'll have regular bedtime stuff. It's a regular weeknight for us. Who am I kidding? Let's do this fairly quickly today, only because I am this close to being done with my son's quilt. I know I said last week that I wanted to have it done, complete, by the time he got home on Sunday. That did not happen, but I am so very close. So I will show that in just a second. Real quick, as far as whips go, I got a chance to work on my youngest son's hat yesterday. So if you are new here, this is a channel about all things stitching. So I cross stitch, I quilt, I knit. Generally, the majority of the video is going to be cross stitch, but I do occasionally throw in some knitting or some quilting. This week we have all three, still mostly cross stitch, but I did get a chance to work on his hat. So this is the Bankhead Hat. You can find this pattern on Ravelry. And this is, I don't know, maybe my 11th one that I've made total. Maybe more, I'm not sure. So there's where we are. I'm ready to start the decreases for the top of his hat. So this is, in case this is your first time seeing this, the yarn is Knit Picks Felici Worsted in the color Aquarium. To him, it is very much creeper green. If you have children or you game and you know anything about Minecraft, my son is obsessed with creepers. So, creeper green. This is almost done. I am hoping to finish it tomorrow, and then he will have it. And then all the winter hats will be knit for this year, even though it's, mid-March. So, there's that one. And if you are on Ravelry, I am Candace K31 on Ravelry. I put all that stuff below in the description box, just in case you ever want to find me and see other projects that I've done. I know I've showed past projects before, but I haven't lately. I don't have as much room behind me. Like, the wall is right here. So I don't have room for my little mannequin to sit and display past knit finishes. Let's see. Let's do the quilting one real fast. So, last week I told you guys that I got, from the Grace Frame Company, I purchased a cutie frame. This is what it looks like. It was set up in my living room on one of those 6-foot folding tables that people use for like cookouts and stuff like that. I have these tables from when I used to do craft shows. So then here's a picture of the actual quilt on the frame. And you guys, I'm so close. The quilting is completely done. So yesterday I cut and pieced all of his binding. So this is going to be the binding on his quilt. Super Mario! And I've actually already got it started. This is a bias tape maker, but I'm using it for his binding. So all I have to do is iron this and then sew it onto the quilt. So I have a whole big long stack of binding here. His quilt. Now, I've never quilted on a frame before. So this was first time, lots of learning went into this quilt. And you know what? My son just turned 9 on Saturday. He is not going to care. All he's going to care about is the fact that his mom made him a quilt. So I'm not beating myself up over the quilting. It's all, you know, it's a learning process. No one is perfect when they start anything. So here's his quilt. I'm not going to unfold the whole thing because it does fit a full-size bed. The panel is Super Mario. And then what I did is I did a red border, and then I did stripes that, so Luigi wears green and their overalls are blue, and then they have yellow accents. Mario wears red. His overalls are blue with yellow accents. So, and then I did another strip. So the quilt is already trimmed. I just need to put the binding on it. So this is, I can show you the top of it. That's the top of it. And then I just did like a really whimsical, that seemed to be the easiest pattern for me to figure out, was just doing like loops. Basically like cursive L's. Sometimes it looked like a cursive D, but either way, it is quilted. And he's super excited. So I have, the backing is the same as the binding. The whole thing is this. So he's very excited. I'm very excited to finish it, because then I can finish my other son's quilt. And then I can start working on just fun, smaller stuff to start using up some of my fabric. So I'm going to set the binding all over here. Okay, so that was quilting and knitting. That's it. That's done. I do love the frame. With a full-size quilt, I had to shift it sideways 3 times to get the entire top of it. You know, it's for someone who's not planning on going into the long arm quilting business for other people, and who's not planning on making, you know, a queen size quilt a month for the rest of her life, that frame is actually probably going to be perfect for me. The only thing I wish I had was a sewing machine that had a larger throat space. So that's the space from the back of the machine to where the needle is. Mine is, 9 to 11. I'm not sure exactly. I have a Juki TL 2010Q. But I would love to have something with like a 15-inch throat space. So I could quilt more area at one time before I had to shift the quilt. Because I was quilting about this much before I had to shift. So I did a lot of shifting, which is, it took longer for me to quilt his quilt. So, okay, on to the stitching, shall we? So, March Madness is officially complete. I did not write my winners in here because I have been ridiculously busy this week. But we had winners and losers. So I'll go ahead and show you what I worked on since the last video. Linen and Threads was going up against Spring String from Lizzie Kate. So, Linen and Threads won. So I'm just going to show you where I got to on Lizzie Kate. I didn't realize when I took this with me one day that I only had 4 colors of floss with me. So instead of just going straight down the row like I had been, I kind of had to skip around a little bit. So there's a bird in a nest, and an umbrella, part of a kite. So this one did not win, but it's going to be such a quick finish that I am not concerned about finishing this very, very soon. So I'll show you Linen and Threads because I actually worked on it today. Linen and Threads went up against Spring String and won. And then it went up against, I told you that Waffle won for that first matchup of the second round. Well, this also beat Waffle. So this was my final winner. for March Madness 2021 with the Steel City Stitchers. I got December done. I mean, really, the only thing I had left for December was this right here. That's all I had left. So December is done. And I'll show you the whole thing in just a second, but look at that. I got 4 of the motifs done for November. So let's do it this way. Okay, so this is November. This is November. This reminds me of the rose from Beauty and the Beast. This is November, and that bee is November. So I got those 4 done. I have 2 motifs left. There's one right down here in the corner, and then there's a big splotch of flowers. So I know I didn't do a before picture for this one or for the previous one, but it was so easy to show you where I was at before. So, but this is what Linen and Threads looks like when it's complete. So you can see those last 2 motifs that need to be done. And then this is done. And then I'm going to attempt to frame it myself if I can find a frame that fits this size. So we'll see. But yeah, almost done. 2 motifs to go. And of course, one of the motifs is ginormous and the other one is not bad at all. But still, it'll be done by the end of this month. And it was a whip go for February. So that means that I'll have a whip go finish too. So good work on all the voting, guys. I had so much fun doing it. I think it's something that I could probably do like twice a year. Like we should probably have a fall version of that to, you know, just to get quick finishes on whips that maybe we're not grabbing because they're not calling, or, you know, we just were kind of like, I want to work on this instead. So, let's see. So I did get a little more done on Waffle Lot. I think. I don't remember if I had, did I have the words done last time? I can't remember if I did or not. I don't know. Anyway, Waffle Lot will be a quick finish as well. So I only worked on 2 other things this week because I was so busy quilting this weekend. The first one is Sew by Row. So last week, and this is a pattern by Lori Holt, distributed by Fat Quarter Shop. It's So Emma. Last week I had said that I did not want to stitch Pandemic. I didn't like it. I ripped it out completely that night. Completely ripped out. And I decided to replace Pandemic in my Whip Go board with Sew by Row. I want this as a finish by the end of the year. So this has now taken place as a March Whip Go project. So I did get some work done on it. I believe I have a before picture still in my phone. And of course, I'm on these gigantic sewing machines, which are crazy big. Sorry, there's some, get the wrinkles out. And this is just on a 28 count white Lugana. Yeah, it's 28. I thought it was 32 for a second, but so that's where I'm at. I got the rest of the green sewing machine done, and I did fill in where it's white right here and left the spots open for where there are buttons that you stitch in. Not real buttons, but like pretend buttons on the machine. And I'm not doing the spool on top yet because I'm going to do all 3 at the same time, since they all have the same spool color, just different thread. So I started on the blue machine in the middle. I think once I get these machines done, things will go quicker because it's just, you know, some pretty solid stitching right there. And these are too, but the colors are placed to make it a little more favorable to stitch. I almost ripped out the green machine completely and just took this whole row out. And then I thought, no, because in my sewing room, I mean, my sewing machine is like master of its domain down here. So I left them in, but this is WhipGo replacement for Pandemic. So my goal is just to get it done by the end of the year. I know I won't get it done by the end of the month, but definitely, I'm definitely going to be looking at possibly, instead of doing Mania this year, and doing like all the new starts or a different project every day, I may use Mania as like WhipGo ketchup. Not ketchup that you put on a hot dog or a hamburger, but like ketchup, like not be so far behind. Because as it is, I think I've only had 2 goals met so far. And I would like to get, I'd like to get all my goals met for WhipGo this year. I will say I did have a plan to touch my Christmas sampler from Courtney Badacore for the Alpha My Bet challenge in Sane Stitchers. I did not. Oops. But I had a lot going on this week. So the other project that of course I'm touching every single day because it is my 100 days of HAED stitching. This one, the goal is to put at least 50 stitches in every single day. And we're on today's day 76. So we have 24 days to go. So here's where it was last time. Now, this is either last week or 2 weeks ago, because I think I deleted a picture and I don't know if it was the right one. If not, then it's either 2-week progress or 1-week progress. But here we are now. So this is Mini Citrine. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I worked on a whole bunch over here. So what I did the last 2 times that I showed this is I picked a color and I color completed, since everything you see is what I have left of this chart. Everything is in view. So this time, this color right in here, I want to say it's like 3860. I might be wrong. I think it's 3860. It's like a darker brown kind of, like a brown grayish color. But I did a whole bunch up in here and then all right through here. And then I started to come down in here. So a lot of this right here is that color. There's a little bit right here and then a bunch more over here. I want to say it's probably about 1,300 stitches left to go in that color. So I'll be working on that color for a while. But I'm kind of liking, you know, just grabbing a color and completing it and saying that one's done for this chart. My goal for that for the year is to hit 75%. I don't know exactly where I'm at right now, but I'm almost at 50%, I think. So the goal is to hit 75% for this year. So that's all the stitching I had. Yeah. I feel like it wasn't much, but this quilt definitely took up a lot of my time. So, I guess real quick, I'll just go through a little bit that I got in the mail, and then I'm going to do, at the very, very, very end, my unboxing of my Black Needle Society box, the on-the-go stitching. I know others have put out, oh my gosh, my dogs are crazy. I don't know if you just heard that. Someone went sliding across the floor. Others have put out separate videos for these. I don't know. I think if you really want to see it, you stay to the end. If you don't, you don't. It's not a big deal. I was actually really excited about this box. I know the January box I was a little less thrilled with because there was, in my opinion, too many edible things that kind of left some people out. You know, there's some things that people can't eat, and there are some things that people don't like. So it's hard to put a food item in a box and have it work for everyone. This box, I was very, very happy with. I I may order another box from them, but I did cancel my subscription after the January box came, just because, you know, it can get to be a lot of money to spend, and I really want to enhance my stash, or use my stash, I guess I should say. And the things in the boxes, if they can help me use my stash, even better. So let's go through real quick. So I liked this fabric collection so much, I pre-ordered it twice. Once about 2 months ago, and then once like 2 weeks ago when it came to the coming soon page on Fat Quarter Shop. So this is, oh, it's so pretty. This is from Moda, and it's called Sanctuary by Three Sisters. And the colors are gorgeous. Grays and teals and pinks and corals. I'm in love. I'm in love with love. So I'm very excited about this. I was super happy to get it. But when I did get my invoice for it, I realized there was two. So I called Fat Quarter Shop, and their customer service is amazing. And I said, I did not mean to pre-order two of these. And she's like, oh, no problem. She said, we'll take one off and send you a new invoice. So they took one off and sent me a new invoice. I did get 2 of the new classic colorworks that just came out. Just the one color, but I got 2 skeins. This is called Baking Tin. And I really liked it when I saw it shown when people talked about Needlework Expo. So I did go ahead and get those. I have a feeling this is probably going to end up in one of my Madame Chantilly tiered tray, the Celebrate series. I have a feeling this is going to end up being a tray color. I did get my Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop. So here are the colors. We have Tomatillo, Wasabi, Olive Branch, Secret Garden, Nature Trail, and Lemongrass. So this is called Moss Green. So these are all the more muted neutral greens. See if I can spread them out a little bit. There we go. So these are great. I like these. Nice neutral greens. And then it's like floss delivery week, apparently. Today, I got my nest egg from 3 Owl Threads. So if you have the nest egg from 3 Owl Threads and you don't want to see these, you can look away. The only thing I have left is just the on-the-go stitching box. So we got Fancy Green Nancy, Fallen Leaves. I love this one. I love it so much. This one is Eve's Leaves, Colonial Copper. How pretty is that? Goldfish. Now, to me, this is a lot more pink than a goldfish. It kind of looks like the goldfish that's on Animal Crossing. Ginger Snap. Campfire, which is actually used in one of my whips. So that's a bonus to have an extra. Here's Gingerbread. And these are a little bit blown out. That's Honeycomb. And English Ivy. I think I have this one. I'm not sure. I don't mind having extras though. Okay. So that's all I have for stash acquisitions, except for the on-the-go stitching box. So if you do not want to see the on-the-go stitching box from Black Needle Society, you guys have a great day. Enjoy your Flosstube. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If any of you are full-blown Irish, I have the teeniest bit of Irish. I'm such a mix of a lot of English descendants. Well, English, British, French. I'm a mutt, basically. So if you do want to see the box, here we go. here's the box. So of course when I opened it, it had all of those little like crinkly brown strips that like long confetti. If there's still one in here, I'll show it to you. I did clean all that out, so we're not gonna have to deal with that. So this was the first thing I saw, and I thought it was really super cute. You could either use this for a small project, or you could put your floss in it for a big project. So it's a zippered bag, and it says, "It's always an adventure with you." And it's a quote from Winnie the Pooh. It's nice. This I thought was really funny. I don't know what I will use it for, but I thought it was really funny. It's a tote bag. And there you go. It says, "I went to my craft room and all I got was this tote bag." That used to be me. Like, I would go to my craft room and I would make a tote bag. That would be it. So, it's a really good sized one, too. It's long and shallow. I'm just not sure exactly what I would use it for. Who knows? Maybe I'll just hang it up in my, it's a good size, though. Maybe I'll just hang it up in my craft room. Or I could hang it by my cutting table and put scraps in it before I sort them. So this actually came flat. It's a stand to hold your phone. It's a really nice wooden stand, but it slides apart. I don't know if I can get it apart now. Let's see. Because it's nice and tight, but see, it slides together. It took me some doing to get it together. This thing is not coming apart, though. So that's cool. You just set it on the table, and then you can set your phone on it. That will come in really handy over here instead of just laying my phone down. So there was a food item. This is called a protein puck. I will give this to my husband. I think it says Wanderlust gluten-free vegan bar, and it's got peanut butter, almonds, oats, cranberry, and sunflower seeds. So I think my husband would really like this. It does say it's 2 servings. I don't know if they're, no, it's just one puck. So you probably have to break it in half, but each serving is 240 calories. This would do him good on like runs and stuff. He could take this with him because he likes all those things. So that will go to my husband. Let's see. Oh, I love these. So this says, "Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts." I don't know if it's gonna, there we go. So it's a leather bracelet. It's like a little tape measure. I have seen these in a lot of like knitting accessories. They have a lot of these, but you could also use these as you put your shawl on, like if you're a knitter, and you can put it around the shawl and it helps hold it. So I really like this. We got some really awesome floss drops and a ring. And they're like little maps, like city maps. And, hold on one second, my dogs need to go out. Sorry, that's the only bad part about being home by yourself, is when the dogs need to go out, you need to go let them out. Okay, so floss drops. There is, I love these kind of scissors. More than I can tell you. I have purchased quite a few pairs of these. Not this, see, it's like a iridescent. This reminds me of everything Tulip Pink. But I have ordered a bunch of these from Fat Quarter Shop, or not Fat Quarter Shop, Knit Picks. They're just regular silver, but they slide. You have scissors. So all you have to do, ta-da! You have travel scissors that will not cut your stuff, poke your stuff. These are my favorite. If I could have a pair of these for every project bag, I would be a little sad about my cute pointy little scissors, but I don't have to worry about these. So we got some specialty floss. This is from Be Stitch Me. It's hand-dyed silk, and it's called Bouquet. And there are 8 yards in here. There is the needle minder. And it says resting stitch face. Yes. Yes, please. I like this a lot. It's super cute. And it has a fantastically huge magnet on it. This, I love this. I love it. I love it. So this is like a little accessories tray, kind of. You can set all your stuff in it so it doesn't go anywhere. It is, I believe this is leather. I'm not, hold on. I'm not for sure. But, so it's called a collapsible notions tray. It does not say what it's made from, but is made by Foam Brain Games. That's the name of the company. Foam, F-O-A-M, brain, like your brain, games. But it is, yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. Whether it's leather and, it's not suede. I don't know. But anyway, so you can like unsnap the edges. But you set this down and you set, you know, like your floss in it. You can set your needle minders, whatever, and it's not going anywhere, you know? Like, I have a tendency to set stuff on the arm of my chair, and then all of a sudden it goes in between the arm and my seat, and it's under the couch. I'd rather be buying cross stitch. You guys, it's a wallet. It is a wallet. Like, full blown, put your coins, put your cards, put your cash, wallet. Can I tell you, I feel very grown up with this. I've been carrying this like little wallet for ages. I feel very grown up with this. Very grown up. I like it though. Yeah, so I think I have a new wallet. I wonder how many other people are going to use this every day as a wallet. Seriously, how cute. Super cute. And finally, the pattern. So no fabric in this box. But the pattern is from Ink Circles, and it's called Half the Fun. So it's a decent size. It's 115 by 115. If you use 32 count, it makes it 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. And it's all travel based. There's like buses and planes and cars. Cute. Very cute. That is the on-the-go stitching box. So I would say I am 99.9% ecstatic about this box. I really do like everything in it. And my husband gets a free protein puck. So, yay for, well, not free. I paid for it. But, yeah, that's all I have. And here's the little card for it. I won't open it and spoil anything else, but, I don't know. It's just, this box was really, really, really good. So, if you hadn't seen anyone's opened yet and you didn't get this box, maybe it'll change your mind about getting something from Black Needle Society. Because I think they definitely nailed it with this one. For sure. Okay, so that's all I have today. I have a nice little pile of stuff I need to clean up so that I can move my sewing machine back front and center and get this binding put on this quilt. So I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend. Happy stitching!